Hello, Spiritual Gangsters, and welcome to Season 2 of the Spiritual Gangster Podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Pieraldi, and if this is your first time here, welcome. And if you've been rocking with me since Season 1, I see you. I truly do. Now listen, it's a brand new year. It's January 2026, and everywhere you look, the internet is screaming, reinvent yourself. Become a whole new version, burn it all down, and start over. But that's not what we're doing here. Season 2 is not about becoming someone new. It's about becoming more you, integrated, embodied, grounded, and honest. This season, we're talking about things like emotional regulation instead of emotional suppression, nervous system awareness instead of constant hustle, confidence that's lived, not posted, boundaries that don't require an explanation, energy, intuition, identity, self-trust, and healing that actually sticks. Season 2 is where the work stops living in your journal and starts showing up in your real life. No fluff, no spiritual bypassing, no pretending you're healed when you're just avoiding. So if you're done chasing the next version of yourself and ready to walk forward as who you already are, you're exactly where you need to be. Let's get into it. Integration over reinvention. Here's the truth that doesn't get enough airtime. You don't need to reinvent yourself every January. You don't need a new personality, a new identity, or new life plan. What you need is integration. Integration is what happens when the lessons you've learned start informing the way you move, choose, speak, and respond. It's when the work comes with you, into your relationships, your mornings, your boundaries, your reactions, your self-talk, and your energy. Because what's the point of all the healing, growth, journaling, therapy, and self-awareness if it disappears the second life gets uncomfortable? Integration is where growth becomes lived wisdom. Integration is where identity solidifies. Here's something most people don't realize until much later. Growth doesn't happen in big breakthroughs. It happens in the micro moments. It happens when you notice the familiar urge to over-explain and stop yourself. You feel the pull to abandon yourself and choose presence instead. You recognize the old story coming up and don't give it the microphone. That's integration. And it's not glamorous. It doesn't look good on a vision board. It doesn't give instant dopamine. But it changes who you are at the root. Season 2 is about strengthening your internal consistency. So your values, your actions, and your energy are no longer in conflict. Why reinvention keeps us stuck? Reinvention sounds sexy. It feels motivating. It gives the illusion of control. But constantly reinventing yourself can actually be a way of avoiding yourself. It says, who I was wasn't enough. Who I am isn't quite right yet. Once I fix myself, then I'll be worthy. And that mindset keeps you chasing instead of anchoring. Season 2 is about anchoring, because confidence doesn't come from becoming someone else. It comes from trusting who you already are. Why the next version narrative is exhausting. Let's be honest for a moment. How many times have you told yourself, once I heal this, once I get more confident, once I'm more disciplined, once I figure it all out, and then life happens? Integration says, you don't wait to be ready, you practice being present. Because the truth is, constantly chasing your next level self keeps you future focused and disconnected from your power right now. And power doesn't live in the future. It lives in your choices today. What integration actually looks like. Integration looks like pausing instead of reacting, choosing peace over proving, saying no without guilt, letting discomfort exist without needing to escape it, recognizing old patterns and choosing differently. It's subtle, it's quiet, and it's powerful. It's not performative healing, it's embodied healing. And that's the energy we're carrying into this season. Integration requires emotional maturity. This season, we're also talking a lot about emotional maturity. Not emotional suppression, not spiritual bypassing, not toxic positivity. Real emotional maturity sounds like, this feels uncomfortable and I can handle it. I don't need to react to every emotion. I can feel deeply without making it mean something is wrong. Integration is learning how to be with yourself without fixing, rushing, or numbing. It's where the regulation comes in. It's where nervous system awareness comes in. That's where self-trust is built. And yes, that's work, but it's liberating work. Bringing the work with you. Let me ask you something, honestly. What parts of your healing do you leave behind when life gets busy? Do you abandon your boundaries when you're tired? Do you forget your worth when someone pulls away? Do you silence your intuition when it inconveniences others? Integration is practicing the work, especially when it's hard, especially when you're triggered, especially when you're uncomfortable, especially when you want to revert. This season is about closing the gap between who you are when you're calm and who you are when you're challenged. Taking the work into your relationships. One of the clearest places integration shows up or doesn't is in relationships. Not when things are smooth, but when you feel unseen, triggered, or misunderstood. Integration looks like pausing before responding, letting silence exist, choosing clarity over control, allowing people to be who they are without making it about your worth. It's no longer needing to prove you're healing because your nervous system already knows it's safe. Season 2 is about how your growth shows up between people, not just within you. Season 2 intention. So as we move through Season 2 together, here's the intention. We're not collecting more information. We're living the information we already have. We're slowing down. We're tuning in. We're strengthening self-trust. We're regulating our nervous systems. We're softening without losing our edge. This is about sustainable growth, real confidence, deep alignment, not becoming someone new, but standing fully in who you already are. As you move through this year, ask yourself this. What does it look like to bring the work with me today? Not tomorrow, not when things calm down, not when you feel ready, today. And remember, you don't need to reinvent yourself to move forward. You just need to walk with intention as the version of you who already knows better. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for growing with me. And as always, keep living like the spiritual gangster you are.